So I'm back for another video, and I just want to say that I've been going through a lot, and I'm still debating whether I should release that video. I probably will have to wait after my court date, like after everything's resolved, to release that video. But let's just say I got myself caught up in a situation because of the spiritual warfare that I'm going through, and then yesterday, just to say, I got a lot of interesting stuff going on. But that's besides the video. I'm gonna make a video about that later on my channel. But right now, I just want to focus on the video that God puts on my heart to talk about. And also, I was in a very bad bike accident yesterday, caused by at night. It was caused at night, and this speed bump came out of nowhere. Like, I didn't even see it. I didn't see no signs or anywhere. But I was trying to get away from this guy that I felt like made me feel unsafe, like, in a way. And not too bad, but I just didn't want nothing to happen because I already got something against me. Like, he didn't make me feel threatened, but it's just like I didn't have nothing on me to like protect myself. And but I was scared. It's just, so I tried to jet out. I mean, because I really wanted to help the guy. Like, this is a different situation. That's a different story. But I was trying to jet off, make sure that he wasn't tracking me or like trailing me, whatever. I probably was doing extra. I don't know. I just wanted to make sure. And I was kind of going fast. I have a speed bike. And to be honest, I think it's too fast for me. But the good thing about this is, like, this is exactly the bike that I prayed for, and God got it for me. But I was kind of going fast in the neighborhood, and I did not see the speed bump nowhere. I thought once the accident happened, I thought I hit a pothole. I looked back and I realized it was a speed bump, more like a death bump. I hit that thing so hard, I didn't even realize I almost flew off my bike, but I kind of controlled the fall. But yeah, it was pretty bad, and I could have got hit by a car, but the car stopped right in time. Cause I flew in front of the car, and I did some damage to my bike. It's an expensive bike, so I'm not pretty sure how much I have to pay for it and repaired, or I don't think I have to get a new bike, but let's just say my bike took some damage. I would say a lot, and I took some damage, but it was just crazy how my reflexes came in. I controlled the crash, and then I skied on my knees, so it was pretty bad, but it could have been worse. It was actually supposed to be a lot worse. But just because of how my reflexes kicked in and how I let my body relax, and I kind of had to control it, break it. Yeah, but that's besides the video. I just want to get, so this video today, I'm going to talk about, that God put in my heart to talk about, is about freedom. This is what I think that a lot of people, they need that freedom. So I wrote down, imagine a world outside the world you live in. Imagine that your hands is what built your new world, your mind, your creativity. The world is literally yours, but in order to build your new world, you must be free from slavery of sin, from the bondage, free from the things distracting and holding you down. Basically, you gotta depart from this world to really find truly what's outside of this world, to really create your own world, to have that freedom. You have to be free. And that's why we have Jesus Christ. Imagine a world that you're free to be your true self, free to explore and to discover and seek and find happiness, peace, and security. Not the peace and security used to keep you comfortable and stuck in your bondage, but peace and security where you work to keep your freedom and to want and need from no one. It is achievable once you connect and align yourself with God, the Most High. When you discover your true identity, you will find your purpose. You'll free yourself from going in circles in your mind and going nowhere, because your destiny of your life starts in the mind. And if you're confused and not certain, you cannot move forward. To be free means you have to isolate yourself from others and surround yourself in God's presence as if you were hibernating in a cocoon, because people's thoughts, perception, and opinions of you cloud and drown out God's voice in your heart. Find a safe, secure place in the wilderness to get lost, lose your old self, and to find and discover your new self, and to be able to exist and being alone. A lot of people struggle with being alone and still quietness without needing to have someone there with them, or having to constantly gratify, satisfy, or distract themselves from the reality they were given instead of creating their reality. To really sharpen that seventh sense of God's voice requires you to fully immerse yourself in stillness and quietness. And that's the only way you can really truly connect to the Most High. Sometimes you have to isolate and it'll be the biggest blessing. Sometimes it feels like hell. Sometimes the road to heaven feels like hell, but it's necessary, and that just makes you stronger, and that's what makes you appreciate it, that you defeated something that you thought you couldn't defeat. As long as you have God right there with you, you're not alone. You just really have to let God in your heart and really submit yourself to Him. Instead of trying to do the work on yourself, really just allow God to help you do it. And I even struggle with that, humbling myself before God. I just sometimes just try to figure out like why I can't just do it on my own, and sometimes, I'm really going through it a lot. I notice a lot of people have a lot of stuff to say against me. I noticed that when you're going through it, a phase in your life, that's not really who you are. But people aren't understanding. Like when you're really going through it, the last thing people want to, the first thing people want to do is make you look worse than what your situation is. They always do. They want to paint you as this and that. And you know how many people have lying on me? That's why I have a case on me now. It's just spiritual warfare. It's just the devil thinking that he can stop what God has always planned in my life. And that's why more than ever, I'm willing to fight. Like, I accept that this is spiritual warfare. And it reminds me of when John the Baptist was in the wilderness. They lied on him saying, oh, he crazy. Oh, he eat bugs and stuff like that. I think he did, but they really did lie on that man. And also, God had confirmed to me, this is how I know that this is confirmation that this is where God wanted me. I remember when I was pitching my tent, and like a lot of people have their opinions about it, but honestly, I know this is God. And honestly, you got to get to the point in your faith where it doesn't matter what people say. That's how you know you're growing and maturing. And I used to care about what people say and thought about me, and they always want to see what's in your cup, what you got going on, so they could judge you. They don't want to really help you. They just want to judge you and misguide you. But I know that God told me to pitch my tent here because I felt in my heart, to pitch it right here in this location. I thought it was my own emotions. I thought it was my own feelings and my own thought that this is where I should. But I just questioned it. And it just dawned on me not too long ago that it reminded me of King David when he said, I lay still in green pastures. I lay next to still waters and want for nothing. This whole time, I literally been in green pastures. There's literally a beautiful lake outside my tent that's still waters, and I need and want for nothing right now. And I just really been developing my faith, and I just realized how beautiful that is. And that's God, and that was my confirmation. And I just want to let you guys know that change is going to happen. New beginnings, as God promised, is going to happen and take place soon. Just hold in there and stay strong. God's coming back for His people. There's going to be a shift. There's going to be a change happening very soon. He's coming back. And that's a good thing. And I feel that in my heart. A lot of people don't understand that right now. Like, I'm going through a spiritual journey where I'll tell, like, what I'm saying to people is making me look crazy. And the more I explain, the crazier I look. And the more they think that I'm crazy. So at this point, I really have to keep certain information to myself that God revealed to me. It's just something they don't understand right now, but they're gonna understand later. And it took me that maturity to understand that and not be mad and hold that against them, that they think that I'm crazy. And I started to think that I was crazy. Like I said, I'm going through a lot. I want to make a video about that. Spiritual warfare is real, very real, but just know that God's going to use it in a mighty, powerful way. And another thing I wanted to mention that I really put in my faith first is that there was an opportunity that was presented to me that I could have took, that could have took me out of my hard situation, that could have took me out of people looking down on me, disrespecting me, humiliating me. Basically, I could have skipped over the humiliating phase. I'm just gonna be honest. Sometimes, but I know it was God, and I just couldn't do that. I don't want to lie, and I don't want to manipulate or deviate from the truth. So on my bike back in October, I had got hit by a school bus. And I don't tell this to many people because they judge me for it. Like the people that I was telling, they would really judge me for oh, you should have took the deal, or why you should have took the money. And in my heart, I just couldn't. I didn't have no injuries. The bus was going slow. It was barely just turning. And like I said, it was like a speed bump. This bus came out of nowhere. I was like, where did this bus come from? This big old yellow bus in my way. I was on my way to the boxing gym. This is on my other bike that got stolen from me. So I was just riding my bike, just in a good mood, have my music. I don't think I had my music in or whatever. I don't know how I didn't see the bus. I think I glanced real quick to see my GPS. And next thing you know, I look up, there's this big old yellow school bus. But thank God I didn't get hurt or anything. I hit the glass door. And I fell off my bike. I had my backpack on me. So I fell down. I didn't have no injuries or whatever. And the bus stopped. The bus luckily was going slow. Very slow. I was just going to get back up and just keep going. Because people in Miami, in the city, they don't care. I've had accidents where people should have stopped and got a car to help me last night. They just keep going. The people here are pretty weird in the city, but that's a different video. They just don't have no compassion at all. I've had accidents on my bike where people should have got out of their car and made sure that I was okay, because I've done it with somebody else, with this old lady who fell out the car. And I ran across traffic to make sure she was okay. It's just that I'm not from here, and I'm from Texas. It's that hospitality. But it's like people don't have that natural humility in their hearts. But anyways, the lady, she stopped. She got out. She had to make a report. They had to make a report. So the insurance is calling me, stuff like that. I had to go to a chiropractor. And it was like they wanted me to manipulate and lie, knowing that I didn't have any injuries. I had to be honest and truthful. And I just felt in my spirit that I couldn't do it. It was just really aggravating me. And I knew that was God. But just know I turned it down. And because I said I didn't have no injuries and I wasn't willing to manipulate and lie, they turned me down. So I had to take a different path. But that's what I'm saying. I really had to strengthen my faith. And I don't know if that was the devil, coming to me, presenting to me that opportunity, that plea deal to bail out. And I refused it. So now I've been really going through spiritual warfare. Like I said, I have a case against me now that I have to explain in a later video. There's been a lot of stuff going on for me. And a lot of people, and it's hard to really talk to somebody about this without them thinking and not understanding and thinking, oh, it's just mental health. I literally have nobody else to talk to. Oh, except for my ex-husband, there was a sign. And I also want to confirm that signs are real. God will talk to you with signs. They are real. Because I had a sign yesterday that happened, and it was something I needed to know. And it took me to have to talk to my ex-husband. I did not want to talk to him. But I literally have no one else to talk to, because the last thing they're going to think, or the first thing they're going to think, and the last thing they're going to think about me, it's mental health. I know it's not my mental health, because I ain't never really gone through nothing like this. It's spiritual. And I know that God has a bigger purpose, a bigger plan for me. I just have to keep that faith more than ever. Because I rejected what the devil tried to offer me. And, I could have had some money, but it's not about money. It's not about that. It's about really just, that's why I'm in my tent. because I needed to isolate. Like, it's so bad when I'm around people now. They always want to be in my business. They always want to see what's in my cup. And it's overwhelming. I needed this time alone. And a lot of people that I know judge me for it. And they don't understand. And they think that I've gone crazy. And it's my mental health. And it's nothing I can do to explain to them. Like, they're not going to understand now, but they're going to see later. And that's why I literally don't have nothing but my faith in God. That's literally all I have. That's why I have to fight. I have to make it through on the other side. I have to be consistent more than ever and be determined. That's my only option. And the devil has been raising spiritual warfare against me. But I gotta stay strong. I'm a warrior. I'm a fighter. I know I'm gonna make it through with God, because that's all I have is Him. Is building up that relationship with Him and having that freedom with Him. And the devil be trying to humiliate me about it. It just wasn't meant to be. And a lot of people give me BS about it, like, oh, you should have. Nah, in my heart, I couldn't do that. And that just means, it might just mean that the blessing might just be around the corner than I expected, than I think. Because I said I could have, but I had to turn it down. You know, I could have had a lot of money, but I turned it down. And that just means that God has a bigger blessing for me, or He wants to use me bigger. And that's just, cause I just want to say that to encourage and motivate somebody else, that when the devil wants to present something to you, choose God. Even though it feels like the devil won't try to mentally beat myself up, like, oh, I lost out more than I could have gained. Like, I lost more. But I know. But that's why you just have to have faith. Faith. And now I'm learning. God's teaching me how to see in the spirit, to see with my heart in the spirit, instead of seeing with my eyes in reality. And that's all I have for today.